It happens quietly. You're sitting on the couch, scrolling through your phone, your mind wrapped up in messages and notifications. Meanwhile, a pair of hopeful eyes watches from the floor, tail wagging, body poised, silently asking for attention. But instead of a smile or a word, your dog is met with silence, brushed aside with a distracted glance. Moments like this aren't cruel, and they aren't intentional. Yet, over time, they can chip away at the emotional connection dogs rely on. Dogs are deeply sensitive to our actions, our tone, even our indifference. They don't speak our language, but they feel our absence, and when affection turns inconsistent or boundaries blur, it can cause confusion and emotional hurt that often goes unnoticed. So here's the question that deserves real reflection. Could small, everyday things we do be quietly wounding our dog's emotional well-being? Not through harshness, but through habit or misunderstanding. This video dives into that question, uncovering 9 surprisingly common actions that might be confusing, stressing, or emotionally hurting our dogs, and how small changes can rebuild clarity, trust, and happiness in our relationships with them. Action 1. Feeding human food without knowing the risk. It's a scene most dog owners know well. You sit down with your meal, and instantly, your dog is at your feet, eyes wide, tail thumping, clearly hoping to score a bite. Many people interpret this as hunger or craving. Out of love, they offer a little scrap, a bit of steak, a corner of bread, or a piece of cheese. But this act, though affectionate, can carry serious consequences. Dogs aren't drawn to food because of its taste in the way humans are. In fact, they have only about 1/6 the number of taste buds we do. What truly drives their desire is smell, with over 100 million scent receptors in their noses. Dogs are guided by scent far more than flavor. When they beg at the table, it's often a sensory curiosity, not a nutritional need. The problem is, many human foods are dangerous to dogs, not just chocolate or onions, which are widely known, but also everyday items like garlic, nutmeg, excessive salt, and sugar. Even something as seemingly harmless as a spicy chip could lead to pancreatitis, vomiting, or worse. Instead of giving in with risky foods, dog owners can offer safe and satisfying alternatives. Boiled pumpkin cubes make a great low-calorie treat rich in fiber. Dehydrated liver bites are high in protein and irresistible to most dogs, even air-popped. Unsalted popcorn can be a crunchy, low-fat option. By preparing a special treat stash, pet parents can still share a bonding moment without risking their dog's health. Action 2. Rushing walks and ignoring the sniff factor. To a human, a walk might just be a chance to stretch your legs and check a box on the daily to-do list. But to a dog, it's an unfolding story told through scent. Every lamppost, patch of grass, or tree base holds a wealth of invisible messages who passed by, when, and what they were feeling. Yet in the rush of daily life, many walks are cut short or become structured power walks with little freedom to explore. This not only deprives dogs of exercise, but of vital mental stimulation. Cutting a walk short is the canine equivalent of taking a novel away, just as the plot thickens. Dogs need what behaviorists call snifferous walks, where they set the pace and follow their noses. Just 2 or 3 slow sniffing sessions per week can greatly improve a dog's mood, reduce stress, and deepen their engagement with the world. And not all dogs are the same. Hound breeds like beagles or basset hounds have even stronger scent drives and need more time to sniff and process their environment. Meanwhile, herding breeds such as border collies may engage with visual or motion cues more, but they too benefit from exploring new terrain. Letting your dog sniff isn't spoiling them, it's respecting the way they think, learn, and live. Action 3. Using inconsistent language and body signals. Dogs are incredibly observant creatures, but they're not fluent in human language. They learn through repetition and association, not grammar or vocabulary. So when one person in the house says, "Come," another says, "Here," and someone else uses, "Let's go," all while using different gestures or tones. The dog doesn't hear variety, they hear confusion. This inconsistency can erode a dog's confidence. What feels like disobedience may actually be uncertainty. Mixed signals force dogs to guess, which leads to hesitation, anxiety, or even complete withdrawal from responding. Consistency is key. Families should agree on a core vocabulary of commands and stick with it. Use the same tone, the same gesture, and the same context every time. To make things even easier, consider posting a simple command card near the front door or on the fridge. This quick reference guide ensures everyone, including guests and dog walkers, uses the same language, helping your dog feel secure and successful in understanding what's expected. Action 4. Denying them a personal safe space. Even the most social, loving dog needs a place to retreat. In the wild, a den provides shelter, safety, and rest. Today's dogs still carry that instinct, and when they're denied a personal space, it can lead to stress, agitation, and poor quality sleep. A designated rest zone doesn't have to be elaborate. A soft bed in a quiet corner, a blanket under a desk, or even a crate left open with comforting items inside can send a powerful signal. This space is yours, and you are safe here. Behavioral studies have shown that dogs with access to their own resting area tend to exhibit lower levels of cortisol, the body's stress hormone. Their sleep improves, their anxiety decreases, and they bounce back from overstimulation more easily. When introducing a rest spot, use neutral, gentle cues like place or rest instead of firm commands. Over time, your dog will associate this area not just with rest, but with reassurance and peace. Action 5. Weaponizing commands like come. Trust is a fragile thing. For dogs, it's built on repetition, positive experiences, and emotional consistency. That's why using the command come as a trick to lure them into unpleasant situations like bath time, the vet, or being scolded can seriously damage that trust. Imagine this every time you call, "Come on." Your dog ends up losing something they enjoy. Freedom at the park, playtime, or their favorite spot on the couch. Very quickly, they stop responding. It's not stubbornness, it's self-preservation. Instead, reclaim come as a joyful word. Make it a portal to good things, treats, toys, praise, or cuddles. When the word becomes linked to love and play, dogs run toward it eagerly. If you need to do something your dog dislikes, like trim nails or clean their ears, don't use the recall cue. Just calmly go to them. This preserves the positive association and maintains the trust you've worked hard to build. Action 6. Sending mixed signals with rules and permissions. Dogs live by patterns and consistency, not by moral reasoning or human logic. They don't naturally understand right from wrong in the way people do. Instead, they observe patterns and outcomes. If one behavior leads to a positive experience, they're more likely to repeat it. But when those patterns keep changing, confusion sets in. Imagine a scenario where a dog is allowed to jump on the couch some days but gets scolded for the same behavior on others. From the dog's perspective, there's no clear rule, just unpredictability. These inconsistent permissions don't just make training harder, they can create anxiety and erode trust. When boundaries shift without warning, dogs may become hesitant, unsure of how to behave in different situations. To solve this, pet parents should establish clear, binary cues that guide behavior. For example, placing a blanket on the couch when it's okay for the dog to join sends a simple message. You're welcome here right now. When the blanket's gone, the rule is reversed. No confusion, no frustration. The key is consistency, not just from one person, but from everyone in the household. Dogs thrive when the rules are predictable, and when they can rely on their humans to be clear and steady in what's expected. Action 7. Withholding affection or dismissing emotional needs. To many dogs, especially highly social breeds like Labradors, Golden Retrievers, or Spaniels, Their human is the emotional anchor of their entire world. They don't just enjoy affection, they need it to feel secure. When that emotional connection is neglected, even unintentionally, it can lead to feelings of loneliness or rejection. A dog that's left alone too often or consistently ignored during the day might not act out for revenge, but they may display signs of distress, clinginess, excessive barking, pacing, or destructive behaviors like chewing furniture can all be emotional symptoms, not disobedience. These behaviors are a cry for reassurance, not punishment. That's why daily emotional check-ins are so important. These moments don't require much time, a few seconds of direct eye contact. A warm tone of voice or a reassuring touch can go a long way. Just as humans need emotional validation, dogs benefit from consistent reminders that they are loved, valued, and safe. When dogs feel emotionally secure, they behave with more confidence, joy, and calmness throughout the day. Action 8. Yelling, scolding, or harsh corrections. It's a natural reaction. Your dog chews up your favorite shoe or jumps on a guest, and frustration boils over. But yelling or using a harsh tone doesn't teach a dog what they did wrong. Instead, it introduces fear, especially when the correction is delayed or emotionally intense. Dogs don't process time like humans. If they chewed something 10 minutes ago, they won't connect the scolding now to the action then. What they do sense powerfully is your tone and body language in the present moment. A lowered tail, ears pinned back, or a cowering stance isn't guilt. It's fear or confusion, triggered by the emotional shift they feel from their human. Rather than correcting with anger, use the pause, redirect, reward model. Pause to calm yourself. Redirect the dog to a preferred behavior, such as giving them a chew toy, and reward them for making the right choice. If the behavior continues, repeat the pattern without emotional escalation. This approach helps dogs learn what's right without feeling threatened, and it protects the bond of trust that healthy training depends on. Action 9. Forgetting to mentally stimulate aging or less active dogs. As dogs age, their energy may slow, but their minds remain sharp, and in many cases, even more in need of stimulation than when they were young. Mental engagement becomes a crucial tool for keeping older dogs happy, alert, and emotionally balanced. Without enough cognitive enrichment, older dogs can become withdrawn, restless, or even depressed. That's why activities like puzzle toys, interactive feeding games, or scent-based scavenger hunts are so effective. They give dogs something to work through, solve, and enjoy even if their bodies are no longer as spry. Simple changes to the environment can help. 2. Walking on different surfaces. Grass, gravel, sand, or wood stimulates their senses and introduces low-impact novelty. Even altering your usual walking route every few days can offer a mental refresh through new smells, sights, and sounds. The key is to strike a balanced variety within familiarity. Older dogs love the comfort of routine, but they also benefit from gentle challenges that keep their minds engaged. Mental stimulation is one of the most overlooked forms of love, and one of the most rewarding. Bonus tip: dogs remember how you made them feel. While dogs may not remember yesterday's exact events the way humans do, they are masters of emotional memory. What sticks with them isn't what you said or even what you did. It's how you made them feel, whether it's calm and safe or anxious and uncertain. That emotional imprint builds over time. Studies in canine cognition show that dogs form strong associations with tone, body language, and patterns of interaction. They may not recall a single incident of scolding, but they will remember if their environment consistently made them feel tense. Likewise, they won't tally the number of treats given, but they will remember the emotional warmth of being praised, included, and treated with kindness. Every moment, every interaction is a brick in the emotional architecture of your relationship. Kindness, patience, And calm communication always lay a stronger foundation than fear or frustration ever could. Mistakes don't make anyone a bad dog parent. They reveal places where we can learn, adjust, and deepen our connection. Most of the time, the things that stress or hurt our dogs emotionally are small, subtle habits. And that's good news because small habits can be changed. Often with just a little attention and intention. Dogs aren't looking for perfection. They don't hold grudges or keep score. What they truly crave is clarity, love, and safety. That's what makes them trust us, follow us, and remain fiercely loyal even in our clumsiest moments. If there's one thing to take away from this video, it's this. Choose one small change, whether it's giving your dog more sniff time on walks, using more consistent cues, or pausing to reconnect with a loving glance, and start there. The difference that one act can make in your dog's life is more powerful than you might ever realize. And if this video helped you see your dog with more clarity and compassion, don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming, science-backed insights that honor the incredible emotional world of dogs.